I heard your soul whisper that it couldn't take it anymore. You almost gave up, my beloved, but you won. Your silent faith deeply touched my heart today, and I prepared this sacred encounter to restore the strength that the world tried to steal from you. I intimately know the tightness that suffocates you when the day ends, and night brings a heavy silence into your home. That exact moment when the smile of strength fades, the doors of your room close, and exhaustion takes over your chest. I feel the pain you hold. I see the invisible tears you swallowed so many times so as not to worry those who depend on you. Remember the eternal principle I left in my word, in the book of Psalms, chapter 9, verse 9. The Lord is a refuge for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble. In those days when you felt your world crumble and believed you were completely forgotten, I was the invisible ground supporting your feet and the embrace warming your downcast spirit. If this word of God is touching your soul right now, comment below with your name, the country, state, and city where you are receiving this embrace and what time it is there. And from the depths of your spirit, like a true cry from someone who has found comfort, write in the comments, Lord my God, I am here. I subscribed because I love you and want to hear you. Therefore, I ask that you subscribe to the channel, leave a like, activate the notification bell, and stay with me until the end. I will give a very clear answer at the end of this encounter. A phrase will be whispered to the heart of whoever remains under my wings, and whoever writes that phrase in the comments will receive prophetic blessings released in pure faith. You believed that your emotional limit had been reached, that you could not endure any more storms. But what your human vision did not grasp is that, exactly at the moment of your greatest pain, an intense movement began in heaven because of you. What I am about to show you about your pain will transform your entire story. Your pain was never a sign of my abandonment. On the contrary, even in the darkness, when your legs trembled and your chest seemed too small to hold so much anguish, your heart continued to cry out to me. I saw your resilient faith on mornings when waking up seemed an insurmountable burden. You got up, took a deep breath, and faced another day, carrying weights that no one else saw, but that I knew intimately. This hidden strength of yours, this refusal to succumb to complete despair, echoed at the throne of grace with a sound louder than any song. Remember the words I inspired in the second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 4, verses 8 and 9. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. I apply this eternal truth to your life today. The world tried to bring you down. Disappointments tried to destroy you. Farewells and losses tried to dry up the source of your hope. But you were not destroyed because my right hand held your soul. Your prayer, even when it was just a whisper of exhaustion, was heard with crystal clarity. If you feel my comfort embracing your spirit at this very moment, leave your like as a sign that our hearts are united on this journey. Subscribe to this sacred space so that my voice continues to be the compass of your early mornings, and share this word with that person you know also cries in silence, for your gesture will be an act of my love in their life. Tell me, in the depths of your silence, what was the promise that kept you alive when everything around you seemed to crumble? Write in the comments the word of your resistance before me. Unwavering. You bravely withstood the storms, my beloved. But there is a sacred mystery about how your gratitude and your love materialize before my altar, a profound movement that seals our communion and will shape your tomorrow in ways you haven't yet imagined. If it is possible for your heart, only if it is possible, transform all your gratitude into a seed of love for this channel. Consider my immense love and that of my Son Jesus, and support this sacred work using the link in the description of this meeting and in the pinned comment. There you will find the refuge where your contribution of affection can be deposited and consecrated before me, the Creator of all things. You can support with any amount, and always remember, give only what fits peacefully in your heart. I receive with pure love. The amount itself doesn't matter. What truly matters is the heart with which you give. For what seems little to you may be an immensity of provision for the one who receives. Whoever contributes with any amount and a sincere heart, don't forget to leave your name and city along with your contribution. For at dawn on the first day of the following month, in a unique and special video on our channel and page Divine Love, the Voice of God. Your name will be remembered, mentioned, and embraced in prayerful gratitude. For it is written, "A generous soul will prosper, and he who waters will himself be watered." Every offering made in faith is a seed planted in the soil of my kingdom before me, your Lord, and I will not fail to bear fruit. I watch in secret, and reward in the sight of all. I behold the greatness of your heart, and your pure intention to walk beside me, spreading light wherever you go. I know that sometimes, when trying to offer your loving support, unexpected barriers arise and the banking system rejects your contribution due to strict security measures. My beloved, do not grieve or be discouraged if this happens on the first attempt. I only ask that you contact your card issuer and confirm that this gesture of love is genuine and desired by you. Then try again with vigor, making your valuable offering, for your support is the foundation that sustains this work and will be honored with abundant and infinite blessings. Our divine love deserves this effort. And know something very special. I will make sure to thank you personally. If your intention is pure, whether your contribution arrives now or faces some setback, I myself will meet you in an intimate and welcoming email. I will speak directly to you. Stay until the end of this message, because I still want to touch your heart with my voice. If my care awakens your faith, leave your like in this encounter and subscribe so we can continue our journey together. Share this message of provision with those who need hope today. Answer me, what does your soul yearn to sow in my kingdom today for your future? Write in the comments our word of faith for this moment. So, while you were preparing your heart to offer your love, I was already working on your deepest and most hidden wounds. That which has hurt you the most holds a divine purpose that I am about to reveal. I transform each mark of your secret battles into a living testimony of my power. You know that sharp pain that sometimes comes back to tighten your chest in the middle of the afternoon? Do you remember those hurtful words, those silent abandonments, and those disappointments that left invisible but deep scars on your soul? I know each of those intimate wounds. I feel the weight of rejection and the sense of inadequacy that tried to take root in your spirit. My word declares in the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 3, "He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds." And that is exactly what I am doing at this very moment. Today, I pour the gentle balm of my spirit upon those old pains that you hide from the world. What the enemy tried to use to paralyze you and mark you with deep sadness, I am transforming into scars of glory and overcoming. You are not the broken woman your past tried to define. You are the surviving warrior I am healing and lifting up with my own hands. Feel the warm peace that begins to fill the empty and cold spaces of your heart now. It is my love uprooting the root of bitterness and planting the seed of true peace. Your healing has already begun to sprout, but so that you no longer stumble in the darkness of uncertainty, and so that you don't feel alone when the silence of the house screams, I have prepared a constant companion, a daily remedy that will guide you step by step in the coming days. If my healing brings relief to your oppressed heart, seal this moment by leaving your like on this video. Subscribe to this sacred space so that my voice may be your continuous refuge, and share this message with someone who also needs a healed heart today. Before we proceed, what is the oldest wound your soul cries out for me to heal once and for all? Write in the comments your new word of victory, restored. So that this healing remains unshakable in days of fragility, I have forged something special to be with you in the hours when you most need my voice. So that this healing remains firm in days of fragility, and so that you never feel alone when the silence of the house becomes heavy, I have prepared a constant companion, a daily remedy that will guide you step by step in your early mornings and mornings. For it is written, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light for my path." If your heart desires to delve deeper into intimacy with me, I have left you a gift in the form of a healing journey, which I wrote with immense love and care for all my beloved daughters and sons. The digital book, Divine Love Devotional, The Voice of God. It was meticulously prepared to be your comfort and accompany you day after day, in silence and profound communion. Access to this daily embrace is in the link in the description of this video, and also in the pinned comment. It is a gift delivered with all my affection and care, where the only cost to you will be your love, your faithful presence by my side, and your unwavering faith. And when you feel in your heart the urgency to support and contribute to our work and to this divine love, support spaces await you in the same links. And to shield our communication and protect our daily encounter against any storm, I have prepared 2 sacred and blessed refugees, a group on WhatsApp and another on Telegram. I ask you, with the sweetness of a father, to enter these 2 spiritual homes so that our love and our daily contact may never be broken by anything in this world, through the same support and contribution link that you already know, in the description and the pinned comment. If the contrary winds of this world try to extinguish this space of divine love, we will remain unshakable, hand in hand, intact and blessed for all eternity. There will always be a welcoming embrace for your secret prayers, and I will continue to guide your steps, speaking softly to your heart. In the groups, we can be in perfect communion, with requests for blessings, prayers, conversing with one another, and also receiving my messages with much more intimacy and closeness. You are my greatest love. You are my divine love forever. I love you infinitely. Stay here with me, trust and breathe my peace. If you feel my embrace surrounding your soul now, leave a like and subscribe so you never miss my whisper. Share this source of comfort with hearts that need support today. Tell me, what is the company your soul needs most today? Write in the comments our new word of refuge: presence. While my word guides you in the light, there is something I did for you in the darkness, doors that I locked and that you cried to see closed, but which hid the greatest deliverance in your story. I kept away from you what would destroy you while you were just trying to survive. I vividly remember the tears of frustration you shed when that door suddenly closed. I felt your silent despair when a plan you so desired didn't materialize, or when bonds broke and you were left without answers, your chest tight, silently asking me why. In that moment of confusion, you felt as if it were an irreparable loss, as if your ground was giving way and your dreams crumbling. But today, I lift the veil of your past to reveal to you the spiritual truth. It was not loss, it was redemption. The book of Proverbs in chapter 16, verse 9, reveals this care. A man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. Your human perception only reached the present and the pain of that moment, but my omniscience already contemplated tomorrow. I locked those doors because behind them there was affliction, deep disillusionment, and paths that would drain your peace and your essence. What you wept over as failure or abandonment was, in truth, my fierce and protective love forming an invisible shield around you. I removed from your path what would harm you to preserve your life. Feel the relief that this revelation brings to your weary spirit now. The weight of doubt falls to the ground. You no longer need to lament what did not happen, for what I prevented was your shipwreck. Your life is rigorously under my care. If you understand that you were protected by me, calm the anguish that still remained in your heart. Leave your mark as a seal of your trust in my actions. Inscribe yourself in this sacred space so that my guidance may continue to safely direct your steps, and share this relief with that person you feel is still crying over something that didn't work out. Answer me, in the depths of your being. What is the weight of the past that you surrender today into my hands, knowing that it was a deliverance? Write in the comments our new word of liberation: protected. And while I protected you from the unseen evil, something grand and silent was happening within you, a profound overcoming that made even heaven pause to observe your reaction. The whole heavens celebrated when you, without strength, chose not to give up. There were mornings when the weakness in your soul was so great that even your own breathing seemed to require a monumental effort. The darkness whispered in your ear that it was the end, that you had fought enough and that giving up would be the easiest way to stop the pain. I witnessed the exact millisecond in which your spirit hesitated between total surrender and the spark of hope in an invisible miracle. And to the astonishment of the darkness and the profound joy of my fatherly heart, you chose to take one more step in faith, enduring the pressure with a bravery that only I know. Remember the foundation I left in the letter to the Romans, chapter 8, verse 37. In all these things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. This victory that I declare in my word is not just about great public achievements. It is about your silent victory, fought and won in the secrecy of your room. The simple fact that you continued to believe in my love, even when reality screamed that you were helpless, made you a giant in the spiritual realm. I gathered each of your sighs of exhaustion and transformed them into celestial medals of honor. The world may not have applauded your resilience, but my admiring gaze rested upon you the entire time. If you feel my recognition and my embrace flooding your being at this moment, offer your taste as a silent testament to your resilience. Join this haven of peace by registering with affection so that our alliance may strengthen with each new dawn, and send this message to that woman who needs to know that her struggle is not going unnoticed in heaven. Tell me honestly, what was the exact moment when you almost stopped, but my love lifted you forward? Write in the comments your new word of triumph: victorious. Your unbreakable persistence amidst intense pain opened the portals of a provision that had been withheld by time. The period of your silent trial has ended, and what my own hands have just prepared to deposit in your life will make all tears seem small compared to the joy that is to come. The time for your harvest has arrived, meticulously prepared by my own hands. I know that the waiting wounded your soul. There were days when the passage of time seemed like a merciless enemy, marking the hours of a promise that stubbornly refused to be fulfilled. You felt the weight of the seasons, the profound frustration of looking around and seeing other lives flourishing, while your inner field seemed dry, barren, and silent. The silent fear that I had forgotten your name tried to nestle and take up residence in your heart on the loneliest days. But my beloved, understand this in your spirit. Your time of waiting was never a sign of rejection or forgetfulness. It was the sacred ground where your structure was being forged to bear the weight of glory, of the greatness I was secretly building for you. In the letter to the Galatians, chapter 6, verse 9, I laid this eternal and living foundation. And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. And you, even exhausted and silently weeping in the corners of the house, did not give up on good. You continued to sow love where you received only indifference, continued to cry out in your closed room, and kept the flame of your faith burning during the thickest darkness. Your own time, that instant determined by the immutable clocks of eternity, has finally arrived. I am opening the windows of heaven upon your life right now. The reward for your sleepless nights will not be small or fleeting. It will be a torrent of grace, peace, and restitution that will overflow the empty spaces of your weary soul. What I give you now will make you forget the years of anguish. If your spirit already breathes the freshness of this new season of joy, seal your trust by leaving your mark. Enroll in this spiritual refuge so that my voice may safely guide you through the days of prosperity that are already dawning, and share this comfort with that soul that is one step away from abandoning its own waiting. Now, tell me with the frankness of one who rests in the Father's lap, what does your heart most yearn to reap from today onward? Write in the comments your new sacred word, rewarded. However, so that you may fully embrace and live this new life without the shadows of yesterday trying to pull you back, there is one last movement of light that I need to make in your being, a final transformation that will seal your spring once and for all. Prepare your spirit to live the peace and joy that I have prepared for you. The harsh winter that punished your soul has come to an end. I know you have become so accustomed to surviving the storms that your heart has almost forgotten how to breathe a sigh of relief. The fear that a new blow from life might strike you at any moment still tries to whisper in your ear, keeping your soul in a constant state of alert. But today I remove from your shoulders this heavy armor of defense, forged in fear and distrust. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verses 18 and 19, I left you this command of pure love. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. It is already springing up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the desert and streams in the wilderness. Your new spring is dawning at this very moment. The dawns, which were once the silent stage of your lonely tears, will become the sacred moments in which my gentle breeze will caress your face with promises of happy and safe days. You will awaken, and the first feeling in your heart will no longer be the anguish of facing the hours of struggle, but the sweet and unwavering certainty that you are kept safe in my protective embrace. Let the light of this new dawn dissolve the last shadows of doubt within you. The time for weeping has passed. The time has come to smile with your whole soul. If the light of this new spiritual morning already warms your being from within, seal this wonderful moment by leaving your mark. Sign up for this shelter to remain under my wings with each new sunrise, and send this hope to those who still walk in the darkness of fear, so that they too may find the dawn. Tell me with the joy and vulnerability of one who is reborn, what is the old baggage that you are abandoning now at the entrance to this new life of yours? Write in the comments your new word for life, reborn. Now, completely quiet your heart. Empty your mind of any earthly worries, for there is a final answer and a prophetic key that I need to deliver directly to your spirit. Our meeting today was a sacred balm that I myself prepared to staunch the invisible bleeding of your soul. You arrived here with your spirit bowed by weariness and your chest full of unanswered questions, often wondering if your silent faith had been in vain. But I affirm to you, with the authority of one who governs the universe, your resilience was precisely what moved my throne of glory in your favor. Every invisible tear was collected. Everything you went through was not to destroy you, but to empty your fears and prepare you for the abundance of my presence. You were forged in the furnace of pain, but from now on you will walk in the fullness of my comfort. Do not allow the afflictions of the world to make you doubt what your spirit has just felt. I healed your past, honored your resilient faith, protected your steps in the deliverances you did not see, and ushered in your spring. To seal this victory of peace in your heart, and as I promised at the beginning of our meeting, I leave you with the prophetic phrase, the spiritual key that you must carry as an impenetrable shield from now on. He writes in the comments, as a powerful act of faith, surrender, and response to heaven, this declaration, I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Our intimate dialogue does not end here. I still have profound revelations about your future and the marvelous paths I have designed to restore your entire home. I invite you to continue feeling my welcoming embrace. Let my voice echo through the playlist of our Divine Love channel, the voice of God. Listen to my other messages prepared for you, and rest in my continuous love. Receive now my eternal whisper in your heart. I have healed your roots so that you may bear only fruits of joy. Your tomorrow is already painted with the colors of my unwavering peace. Go forward, lift your face, for your faith has saved you and raised you up to a new time.